Welcome everybody. We're getting to the time of year when we're staring right into the sunlight again. If I hesitate for just a second, I'll figure out what I'm supposed to do here.
Pledge of Allegiance.
Call the meeting to order, and then if you join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is the approval of agenda for this evening. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Need a motion?
Second.
And a second. Any discussions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Motion carries. I need a motion to approve the Board of Education meeting minutes for May 28th.
So moved.
Second.
So moved in second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. And I would like to abstain. I wasn't here for that.
Same for me.
The next item is patron comments. I don't have a patron comment card, so there are none this evening. Next item would be superintendent and board comments. So I'll turn it over to Dr. Knopf.
All right, good evening, everyone. A few updates. First of all, some bond issue progress to report. More than 1,600. That was a tricky number. 1,600 locks are being installed in our schools, and the safety film is being installed on our entryways of our schools. And while we already have some great safety measures in place, the funds from the bond issue is just further strengthening our efforts. We talked a lot about that leading up to the bond issue. I know parents that I talked to throughout the bond issue efforts, before and even after. This is a big piece for them, even though financially a smaller portion of the bond issue. We already have safe schools, but we know we've learned from so many professionals and law enforcement and studies after there have been tragedies in other places in our country and our world, that these two pieces greatly enhance our security measures. And as I said before, this is money we're spending that we hope, and technically we never really deemed that it was needed. But then again, to some degree, we won't know that if it works to the way that we want it to. But 1,600 locks being installed in the safety film makes our schools just that much safer, and gives our staff and faculty the ability to actually effectively utilize our safety plans for intruders and such. So that's really good news that's going forward. We're thrilled about that. And speaking of safety, nearly 300 of Rockwood's facilities workers. A lot of people wouldn't think that this training would include facilities workers, but they teamed up with the Eureka Police Department to gain valuable intruder training. Rockwood continues to take proactive measures to protect the safety of all of our students and our staff members. As you know, we call it the 4 E's training. That is going through our entire staff in the school district. All last board meeting, we agreed to include an additional half day where the high schools will be trained late in August, and shortly thereafter our entire school district will be through this new training, and even our custodial staff has done the same thing. Lafayette High School art history teacher Jean Peters is the 2015 West News Magazine Teacher of the Year. And according to West News Magazine, the publication received an avalanche of glowing quotes and commendations from students recommending Peters for the annual Teacher of the Year award. So congratulations to Jean, and thank you to West News Magazine for that notoriety. Rockwood Summit is being recognized for its work in creating a greener environment at their school through the biodiesel. And the U.S. Green Building Council Missouri Gateway Chapter awarded Rockwood Summit second place in the annual Green Schools Challenge. The organization challenged public and private schools to devise and implement the most creative, effective, and low-cost sustainable practices for their schools. Congratulations to Rockwood Summit. And the Rockwood Child Nutrition was recently featured by online publication called PreventObesity.net for being a role model for healthy eating in our schools. So congratulations to our school food and nutrition department. Just a little additional commentary I want to make. You know, a lot of folks think that school gets out and everything shuts down and nothing goes on, and just want to assure people that really work continues throughout the summer, and great things are going on. First of all, summer school started this week, and everything's going very, very well in our summer school locations. Also was able to be a part of and drop in a little bit on a teacher workshop that was stretched over 2 days earlier this week, that was designed at helping our teachers further engage students in learning, and our curriculum department had a lot to do with that, did a great job. 175 teachers there of their own free will. I thought that was very, very impressive. We have things like that going on through the whole summer. And then the last couple of days, all of our district administrators also taking part in some collegial professional development, a lot of curriculum focus, a lot of different things that we had them talking about the last couple of days. So just know that great things continue to go on. We're an outstanding school district. There's a lot of outstanding school districts out there, but the level of work that remains in the summertime in the Rockwood School District really is a big part of the success that we have. So I'm just really proud of our staff and the things they're doing, and our teachers that just have that desire, that hunger to just continue to be better, and the same with our principals. So rest assured, things continue even though it's summer. That's all I have.
Any other board member comments?
I just wanted to thank Dr. Kehrs for representing Rockwood tomorrow in Baldwin Days. I think Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it's very important, again, to have not just our district, be involved in the district, within the schools, but out in the community. I think that's very important for the community to see us and to be involved in various things, even if it's not related to the school. So thank you for representing us as the Grand Marshal.
Grand Marshal. I had lunch with the Baldwin City Administrator the other day, Bob Kuntz, who is retiring, and he jokingly shared how offended he was that somehow I was asked to be the Grand Marshal, and he was overlooked in his retirement year. Thank you.
Any other board comments? All right. We'll move on to the consent agenda items then. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda items as submitted.
So moved.
A motion?
Second.
And a second. Any discussion on the consent agenda items?
When we have on 706, the charitable contributions from Kehrs Mill, do we follow up with anything from the board, or is it thanking the PTO, or does the district, or how does that work?
The principal at the school location is the one that's been responsible for that. We do try to check in with them to confirm they do that. We don't get a copy of it or anything. We just remind them that that's to do.
Yeah, that's good, because we've had several of those in the last few board meetings.
Yes.
And I'm really impressed with what the PTO has done. So,
Yes, and we'll have some more next board meeting too already.
Any other board comments? All right. We need to vote on that one, right? So the motion is to approve the consent agenda items. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed, say no. That carries. All right, the agenda items. Agenda item number 1, the special school district update. This is informational only. We don't need a motion on it, but Dr. Jim Westbury is going to be here to address us on that.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing us an opportunity tonight. I'm Jamie Smith, and I'm Rockwood's Special Education 504 and Homeward Bound Coordinator. With me, we have Dr. Jenny Bender, the Special Education Director from Special School District, and Dr. Westbury, here to present on our partnership.
Good evening. Evening. I again appreciate the opportunity to visit with you all. Every year it's been the same pleasure. And as I've said on many occasions, and I'll say it again. And when you hear some of the things I'm going to tell you about what's going on, I think the cooperation between SSD and Rockwood is magnificent. It really is done very, very well. And I think one of the indicators that carries that true is the fact that we never talk about your kids and so on. It's our kids. Our kids. These kids live in the Rockwood district and go to Rockwood schools, and our staff is here to help with whatever it takes to do that. And they look at it as our kids. Okay? One of the things that we do and have been doing for a number of years is to collaborate our efforts with Rockwood and SSD. And again, working toward the idea of working for the benefit of our kids. School principals and area coordinators have jointly interviewed and recommended staff to fill para-teacher positions, teacher, and administrative vacancies due to transfers or retirements, as well as new positions. And that's all planning for next year. School may be out, as indicated, but it's not out in terms of planning and getting ready for the next year, because the summer goes by pretty quick, as you all know. Another item, Rockwood and Special District Administrators supporting Rockwood Summer Academy and SSD Extended School Year Programming, ESY, is work to streamline communications to make sure that student needs are addressed in the summer programming. Another collaboration is team activities for special needs. It's also known as TASK, Team Activities for Special Needs, is a community agency that serves many Rockwood students. As part of the Sophomore Service Project, Summit High School students supported tasks by helping with various sporting camps throughout the year. This class also sponsored the school pie throwing. Get that? School pie throwing contest to support the local Down Syndrome Association. By the way, the question becomes right away, pie throwing at who? And this is at volunteer teachers. Perhaps you saw this happen. And I would add too that if you're really interested, I'm sure we could work out a deal where it could be
just keep
the
going.
board. And don't knock it, the contents are pretty good. You can get hit and then lick it and whatever, okay? Autism awareness activities. Summit conducted an autism awareness walk. Rockwood High School participated in both Dress Up Blue and Light Up Blue activities to raise awareness for Autism Awareness Month. To support another activity, to support the students participating in the Special Olympics activities, Rockwood Summit provided the whole school send-off that they do for athletic teams going to state conferences. Students and staff lined the commons on the first and second floor to cheer the students on as they exited the building. Another activity, another collaboration, special education class completing educational activities associated with their doctoral work are supported and welcomed through the formal Rockwood research approval process, and schools willingly participated in doctoral research that benefited Rockwood students. Two examples. One, aligning the standards-based grading with standards-based IEPs. And another one, the wraparound approach. This is associated with the therapeutic programming where community agencies work alongside the school to help students and their families. And last, the Rockwood Technology supported a special educator participating in SSD's Teacher Leadership Academy by adding a site to the inside to house alternate assessments for grade level activities. This format allowed the assessment to be directly available to grade level teachers. The special education created these alternate curriculum assessments as part of her teacher leadership course. Those are just the highlights of the major collaborative things. Let me tell you about the numbers that are involved in this. As I said at the outset, the cooperation that goes on between SSD and Rockwood is outstanding. But consider that with these kinds of numbers. There are 3,006, that's 3,006 students who get service from SSD. Folks, that's about the same size as a lot of school districts in St. Louis County and also in the state of Missouri. 460 staff, our staff in your buildings. 420 assigned only to Rockwood. Of the 460, 420 are only in Rockwood. The other 40 are shared among 4 other districts. The kinds of positions that are held are occupational therapists, physical therapists, adaptive PE teachers, and music therapists. The effective practice specialists include autism specialists, autism, speech and language, diagnostics, and social motivational instructors. So this is not a small operation, folks. This is big time, and we're doing it together. And it's our pleasure to do that. It's my pleasure to visit with you. If you have any particular questions, you can ask me. If I don't know, she does, because she's my heart and soul. Anyone have any particular questions?
I do have a comment.
Yes.
At one time, when I was in Rockwood, I had a notion. It wasn't my notion, but there was also, now that I'm visiting other school districts, I don't think it's unique to Rockwood, but it's very prevalent in Rockwood, which may not be in some other districts. When you talk about the special ed teachers, they are your teachers, but they're also considered Rockwood teachers, yes, which I don't see necessarily in every district. And I attribute a lot of that to Jenny, who's promoted that over the years. But I think Rockwood has taken that stance, and I think that's a very healthy environment, which has probably helped the whole situation involvement, because we've always tried to include special ed teachers in everything in Rockwood, and I think that's a plus. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. They're very welcomed in Rockwood, and we appreciate it so much. It makes everything so much better for the students.
Thank you. You're right on target.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Any other comments?
I have one, if none of the other board members are a few. Just thank you, Dr. Westbury, for showing up. It's always a pleasure to see you and to hear you talk, and I just love your advocacy for the special school district, for the partnership, and for the special school district students that, as you say, are our students as well. But also, I think that what's great about the team that we have with Jenny and Jamie and Jane Brown gives us, as part of our cabinet, gives us just excellent leadership in regards to just her knowledge and working together as a team. And we're always, on both sides, looking at ways that we can get better. And we've been talking lately about the potential of a way we can survey specifically to Rockwood to figure out, what are we doing well and what can we do better, and we're working on that. And I think that just says a lot for the partnership that we have. And what I do know is that everybody involved, and we are all one staff, but we're interested in helping kids thrive. Whatever challenges those kids bring with them, are interested in helping them thrive. And we've just got great people helping us. So thank you for that, and thank you for your support, and thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your comments.
I too would like to thank you. I have, I know when we think of a special school district, you think of, a wide range of things. And as a board member and as a parent of a child that utilizes your services for speech, she has a slight stutter. It's hereditary, I guess, from me. Horrible. But I didn't receive help. I had to kind of struggle through it, and it was horrible. And I know for her, your services have done, I mean, I'm just grateful.
Thank you.
Well said, Vanessa.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Heartfelt.
If I might add one comment, I think it's important for the board to know that in working with SSD this year, for next school year, we are going to have 4 more special school district teachers and 1 more area coordinator. So we appreciate again the collaborative effort, the work that it took for the SSD board to make that commitment based upon the needs of our students.
Yeah, that's huge. Thanks for pointing that out.
I know the partnership agreement is coming up. Are there any major changes to the partnership agreement?
The partnership plan, I didn't.
Any major changes?
Yeah, major changes.
Their teachers.
Not that I've been made aware of. The superintendents have been working together. There's been a small superintendent group that Dr. Kehrs has been part of that really looked at the 5 areas that were part of the partnership plan that was worked on for about a year and a half and then voted on in 2001. So now it's 2015, although they've been working on it for about a year, that we're really looking to embrace that again and update it to today's partnerships. So I haven't heard of any, major changes. I think it's more about doing what's right and really putting it into procedures across the 22 districts. It will be, obviously, as anything else we do as special district, we tailor it to the particular partner district we're working with. So the partner district will be implemented in Rockwood as it benefits Rockwood students and staff.
So is it different between all 23?
It's the same 5 categories. I think when you look at anything, just like when you look at your CSIP plan or any other plan, it's all the small activities that you put under place. And as Dr. Kehrs mentioned, others have mentioned, and Dr. Kinder, Rockwood really has embraced special education teachers as their own for a long time. So if there's a place where there hasn't been as dramatic, then their steps might be a little bit faster to get toward the role that we've already played here in Rockwood as that benchmark of what's appropriate in partnerships. But I think we'll be hearing a lot more about it together.
Yeah, we will, and there's, I think of the word efficiency and human capital and how positions are utilized and structured in the practices. And I think the plan from Mr. Bohannon is that there will be a lot of training going on throughout SSD, which will then filter back through our schools in regards to the new partnership agreement. So there will be more to learn for everybody as we go forward. I think it's all just sharpening what is done and how it's done and how efficient it is to get to the point of the individual student and helping their needs.
And I think we always want to make sure we're value added, that we're not just someone you partner with, we're someone you partner with and we add value to education in the district. So that's I believe, the goal of the whole partnership.
On a personal note, Karen Draghi was the autism specialist that helped my son graduate. She was very instrumental, and I was on stage and I handed him the diploma folder, but when we went back to turn in the robe, she had his diploma. She made sure she got that box with his in it, and she gave it to him. And that meant a lot to her, it meant a lot to him, and I took a picture of her actually doing that, so it was pretty cool. It's a very special time for him. So,
yes.
She actually gave him the diploma, not me.
Yeah, but you got the picture on stage.
A little bit of history. At one time, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, the special school district in St. Louis was one of only 2 in the whole nation that operated like this. Is it still 2?
Ourselves and Pemiscot County were the only ones.
Is Pemiscot County, that one in southeast Missouri you're talking about?
Yes.
Are they still the only 2?
Yes.
That's quite an accomplishment. I'm surprised other people haven't modeled after it. It's so good.
In my younger years, I was in education at Normandy, and among my different administrative assignments was to be the district liaison with special districts. So I remember when special districts started, and believe me, the operation of special today far exceeds the start of special. Unbelievably large and so on. And on a personal note, and I'll let you know the effectiveness of what our program does and the services we provide. I have a grandson who's named the same as I. Matter of fact, he's James the 5th. I'm the 3rd. My son's the 3rd. 4th. Anyway, Jamie received speech therapy when he was in elementary school. I don't remember what grade, but it doesn't matter. He got speech therapy from a special ed therapist, which I indicated tonight are the kinds of people that we have here. On May the 9th or 7th, whatever, Jamie he graduated from Warrensburg College, and he did his apprentice teaching at Marquette High School.
That's great.
In English.
In English.
So he went from speech therapy to that point. So, folks, it works. You already know that, though. Thank you very much for the opportunity to visit with you, and we'll see you next year. I hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It would have been his son, James.
Yeah.
I know his son, James.
All right, the next agenda item, I need a motion to approve a negotiated, try that again, a motion to approve the negotiated agreement between the Rockwood School District and the Rockwood Association of Social Workers. This agreement shall be effective on July 1st of 2015 and go through June 30th of 2017. You need that motion?
So moved.
And a second. Let's over to Dr. Smith for a moment.
So the Rockwood Association of Social Workers, otherwise known as RASW, and the Rockwood School District teams met on April 28th, May 13th, and May 26th to discuss salary and working conditions, and a tentative agreement was developed and scheduled to be presented to the social workers for ratification on June 1st. That did happen, and now this tentative agreement has been provided for the board to consider. I understand it was a great process. I'm speaking on behalf of Dr. Katie Rebele because I put her on assignment down at Kellison Elementary tonight, so she couldn't be here. Also happy to introduce Erin Holtz, who is the co-chair from the social worker group. And I might just add that personally to me, professionally, I can't stress how important the work that our social workers do is to our efforts to help kids thrive in the world, because it's just a different world. And in my career, the differences I've seen in how we utilize social workers, they are every day a part of the lives of our kids and so valuable and such an integral part to what we do. So it's great that we have the social workers that we do and how we put them in place, and they bring great expertise to our efforts to help kids thrive. So it was a great process, and Erin is here if you would have any questions for Erin. And I recommend that you approve this tentative agreement.
Any questions or comments from the board? I guess it'd be important to point out this is an extremely important group, but it's relatively small.
It is small.
There are 14 of them in the district. They get moved around a lot, so the agreement's not huge in numbers, but it's a very important group to us. Any other comments, questions? All right then, the motion is to approve the negotiated settlement. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Veto, that passes.
Thank you.
Thank you for your hard work.
Thank you. I just want to say on behalf of our SW that we are very happy to establish an agreement with the district, and we look forward to continuing our relationship as an association. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
All right, we said the agenda is a little bit slow. We're almost to the end here. The next item is just for discussion. It is the agenda for the next board meeting, if we could put that up here. So the items are on there. If anybody would like to add something to that, we still have another week or so. But right now, this is what it looks like. Comments, suggestions, complaints? Okay.
The sun's still out.
Then we'll leave it stand as it is right now, knowing that we may make some changes to it as we get a little closer to that meeting. Next item is future agenda presentations and events to attend. I don't know if there's anything to present there. Just said the schools are out for the summer. There's a lot of things going on, and even the ones you mentioned, and CCL's in session as well. So. All right. Are there any other new business items that anybody would like to bring up this evening?
Oh, I would like to thank Dr. Jane Brown for sending us the information. I think it was Jane that sent us the information on RTI.
Yes.
That was really very interesting, and I think it helped us understand the whole process. And I'm going to steal it. Yeah, I'm going to steal it from Maryville. Thanks.
Any other comments?
I just wanted to add on. I'm going to let you do that. No, I'm going to let you do that.
Okay.
I've got something else. I'm going to add on that, you know, when you start thanking people, you're sure to leave people out. And a minute ago when I was thanking Jane for her efforts with SSD, it hit me that she was a huge part of the administrator PD that we've done for 2 days. Pretty much shouldered that with some help of Jim Whitke and others, but she was kind of the glue that held that together, and just want to publicly thank you for that, Jane. It was very, very good, and I think our administrators had a good couple of days, so thank you for that.
I told them afterwards summer camp was over and that they could enjoy the rest of their summer, and they all cheered.
Yeah. So I'll let you.
I was just, when you were talking about our food service program, I noticed Carmen Fisher's back there tonight, so congratulations on that award you won, and the fact that, has it been 3 years since our cost of meals have gone up? 4, so 5 cents, and that's pretty impressive.
And heavily driven by the fact that the government and what's required of us. We're not in business to make money. We just have a great school food nutrition program for our kids, and Carmen provides great leadership for that. So thanks for being here tonight, Carmen. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt.
Any other items?
Sure.
We will adjourn. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.